Why do donuts have holes? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. Hey, do you like to eat donuts? Oh, I love donuts. I only eat them occasionally because I tend to get a little carried away when the donuts come out. I always want to eat more than one, but then my stomach hurts. It's a lot of sugar all at once. What is your favorite kind of donut? I like those donuts that have a little cream in the middle. Oh, those are so good. You know, I was thinking about donuts today because a few days ago, I got a message from my nephew Noah. And he really wanted to know why donuts have holes in the middle. Well, here you go, Noah. Here's the whole story of why donuts have holes. Now, did you know that donuts and French fries are cooked the same way? They're both fried. Do you know what frying is? Frying means you cook something in very hot oil. And when you fry something, the outside touches the hot oil first. So the outside starts cooking right away. But the middle is harder. Heat has to travel from the outside toward the inside. That process has a name, and that name is conduction. Can you say conduction? Conduction is when heat moves through something by touch, like when the hot bread of a grilled cheese sandwich slowly warms the cheesy middle. Now, imagine a donut shape with no hole. Just a thick, round piece of dough. If the oil is hot enough to cook the outside nicely, the outside might get brown and crisp before the heat has enough time to reach the center. That can leave the middle doughy or undercooked. Or if the middle does get cooked, that would mean the outside is burnt. So donut makers had an idea. What if we just remove the center? Removing the center, creating that little hole in the middle of a donut, it does a few helpful things. Well, first off, there's less dough to cook, so it cooks a little faster. And the donut is thinner all the way around, so heat can reach every part more evenly. So it cooks more evenly. And then the hole creates more surface area. That means there's more parts of the donut that are on the outside. So there's more surface area touching hot oil, which speeds up cooking and makes it cook more evenly. So the hole in a donut is really just to help the donut cook a little better, a little faster, a little more evenly. But how are donuts actually made? Well, a baker starts with dough. Dough is usually made from ingredients like flour, sugar, milk, eggs, butter, yeast. After the dough is mixed, it gets rolled out flat on a table. Then a special cutter is used to make the donut shape. And many donut cutters actually have two circles. You need the bigger circle to cut the outside shape, and then the small circle cuts out the middle. That's where the hole comes from. The rings of dough are then placed carefully into hot oil to fry. The bottom half is placed in oil first for about 30 to 60 seconds, and then it's flipped and the top half is fried. If you've ever looked really closely at a donut, you might have noticed a colored ring around the middle of it. That middle band is the part that sat right at the surface of the oil during frying. After frying, the donuts are lifted out and allowed to cool for a little bit. Then they might cover it with glaze, or roll it in sugar, or dip it in chocolate, or top it with sprinkles. But what about the little circles that were cut out of the middle at the start? Well, those get fried too. That's how many bakeries make what we call donut holes. That's how donuts get made, and donut holes. And also why donuts have holes. Now you are a donut expert. All right, let's have a quick quiz. When a donut cooks, what part touches the hot oil first? The outside or the inside? The outside touches the hot oil first. And what is the word for heat traveling through food from the outside toward the inside? We call that conduction. Okay, let's play true or false. True or false? The hole in the middle of a donut can help the donut cook more evenly. Yep, that's true. True or false? Frying means cooking dough in cold oil. No, that's false. It's cooked in hot oil. Would you rather make homemade donuts or make homemade ice cream? Now, I've made homemade ice cream before, but I've never made homemade donuts, so I'm going to go with donuts. I want to see what that would be like. Okay, let's play a round of What Am I? What am I? I am the hot liquid many donuts cook in. I can make food crispy on the outside, and if I splatter, cooks are careful because I can burn skin. What am I? I am oil. All right, let's play one more game. Let's play, is it an ingredient in donuts? I'm going to name something and you tell me yes or no. Can that thing be used as an ingredient in donuts? Are you ready? How about flour? Can flour be a donut ingredient? Oh yeah, in the dough. What about ketchup? Ugh, probably not. What about sugar? Yeah, you can't have donuts without the sugar. What about baking powder? Yep, you can use baking powder in donuts. What about cheese? I'm gonna go with no on this one, but there are donuts that contain some cheese in them and they can be delicious. But normally when you think about cheese, you're not thinking about donuts. So we'll just say no for now. What about vanilla? Oh yeah, definitely. Vanilla donuts. What about pepper? No, I don't think so. Well, now you know why donuts have holes. There's an actual reason for it. Donuts aren't donuts because of that shape, but that shape is what helps make it a donut. It's possible to make donuts without that hole, but they just can't cook in the exact same way. The shape of a donut is the ideal shape for cooking donuts, and that's what makes them so good. What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out, so until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got a few birthdays today. Today is Aurelia's birthday. Aurelia is from England and Aurelia is turning 8. Happy birthday, Aurelia. Logan is from Canada and Logan is turning 7. Happy birthday, Logan. And Julia is from Louisiana and Julia is turning 5. Happy birthday, Julia. To all the grown-ups listening, if your curious kid wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow.